Congratulations! You just won the lottery. $317 million, the largest jackpot in your state's history. Your name is about to be on every screen in the country. Your phone is about to ring off the hook. Your life as you know it is over. But there's a problem. You don't know that yet. It's a Thursday night. You're on the couch. The TV is on, but you're not watching it. You check the numbers the same way you always do. The same way you've checked every Thursday for 6 years. It costs you $6. 2 tickets. A habit, not a hope. The first number matches. You sit up. The second matches. You put your phone down. You pick it back up. The third matches. The fourth matches. Your hands are doing something they don't normally do. The fifth matches. You read the sixth number 3 times before your brain accepts it. $317 million. You don't scream. You don't call anyone. You just sit there on your couch at 9:47 p.m. on a Thursday with a cracked phone screen and a noise coming out of you that doesn't sound like a person. You sleep maybe 90 minutes that night. The lottery office is in a building you've driven past 100 times without noticing. Fluorescent lights, gray carpet. A woman in a lanyard explains your 2 options: lump sum or annuity. You take the lump sum. After federal and state taxes, $317 million becomes $114 million. You sign your name so many times your signature stops looking like your name. They take a photo of you holding a check the size of a door. You are smiling in the photo. It is the last photo of you that will feel normal. Your financial advisor tells you to do nothing for 90 days. Don't move. Don't tell anyone. Don't change your routine. Let the dust settle. You last 5 days. The first thing you do is go to work on Friday. Same shift, same manager, same coffee from the same machine in the break room. You say good morning to the same people, you eat lunch at the same table. Nobody knows. You feel like you are carrying something explosive in your chest and you are walking very carefully so it doesn't go off. You put in your 2 weeks on Monday. Your manager shakes your hand. He calls you a hard worker. You drive home and sit in your car in the driveway for 20 minutes. You just quit the job you've had for 9 years. It takes 11 days for that to feel real. You pay off your mother's house first. Wire transfer, done by Tuesday morning. Then your sister's car loan. Then the $28,000 your best friend owes in medical debt from a surgery 2 years ago that he never talks about. You send it anonymously through a law firm so he won't know it was you. He texts you that afternoon. I'm not even joking, something insane just happened. You text back, no way, what? Your hands are completely steady. That part feels right. That part feels like what the money is supposed to be for. Someone talks. You don't know who. It doesn't matter. What matters is that on a Wednesday morning, 11 days after that Thursday on your couch, your phone starts ringing and doesn't stop. A cousin you haven't spoken to since a funeral 8 years ago needs help with a business idea. A man you went to high school with, who never once spoke to you, has your number somehow. A woman emails claiming you verbally promised her a share of any future winnings during a conversation at a gas station in 2018. You have never spoken to a stranger at a gas station in your life. Your inbox climbs past 200 unread messages by noon. By Friday, it's past 600. You stop opening them somewhere around message 40. People you haven't thought about in a decade. People you've never met. People who write 3 paragraphs about their situation before they get to the ask. People who don't bother with 3 paragraphs. One message is just a Venmo username and a dollar amount with no explanation at all. You stare at it for a long time. You change your number. 3 people get the new one. Your mother, your sister, your best friend. Your phone is very quiet now. It's a different kind of quiet than you expected. You buy a house. Your advisor finds it. Gated street, good security, 4 bedrooms, nothing that would make the news. You move in on a Saturday. Your footsteps echo in the hallways. You own every wall, every window, the yard, the gate at the end of the driveway. You stand in the kitchen for a long time. It is very clean. It is very quiet. You order dinner that night and eat it at the kitchen counter because the furniture hasn't arrived yet. You think about the apartment you left, the way the radiator knocked every night at 2 a.m., the neighbor's dog, the way a $40 dinner out used to feel like a real event. You sit on the floor of your new kitchen and think about that for a while. The furniture arrives a week later. A designer your advisor recommended handles most of it. She sends you options on a tablet and you pick between them, and nothing about any of it feels like a decision. It feels like approving things. When it's done, the house looks like a house in a magazine. Everything matches. Everything is the right size for the room it's in. You walk through it on a Sunday afternoon, and there is not a single object in it that you chose because you loved it. You go back to the bar you used to go to on Friday nights. Your friends are there. Everyone is happy to see you. But the conversation moves differently now. Carefully. Nobody asks you to split the tab. Nobody complains about rent or a boss or a car that needs new tires. Those were half the conversations. That was the whole texture of a Friday night. Now there is only surface. You buy a round. Everyone thanks you. You buy another. It feels good for about 4 minutes. Then it just feels like something you do instead of being a person. You leave early. You say you're tired. You're not tired. You sit in your car outside the bar for a few minutes before you drive away. Through the window, you can see them still there, still talking. Someone says something and everyone laughs. You watch it through the glass like it's on television. Then you drive home. The lawsuit arrives on a Tuesday. A former coworker is claiming you verbally promised him a percentage of any future financial windfalls during a conversation at a work happy hour in 2019. You remember this man vaguely. You remember the happy hour. You did not say that. Your attorney explains this will cost between $60,000 and $150,000 to fight and will take 2 years. He says the man is almost certainly expecting you to settle. You ask what settlement looks like. Your attorney says probably $350,000. You authorize the settlement. It takes 9 minutes of your morning. You sit on your back porch that evening. The yard is perfect. Someone comes twice a week to make it perfect. You've never spoken to them. You watch the sprinkler system run on its schedule. You try to feel something about the $350,000. You can't find it. That's the first moment you understand something has shifted. Not in your bank account, in you. You start a foundation, housing instability, school lunch programs, medical debt relief. You hire a director, a small staff. You sit in the first board meeting in a rented conference room, and people present proposals and you approve budgets and sign off on grants. A woman on your staff shows you a report after the first quarter. 14 families housed. 200 kids at a school district who now eat breakfast every morning and didn't before. $4.2 million in medical debt cleared. Real numbers attached to real people you will never meet. It feels like something. It is the closest thing to something you felt in months. You drive home afterward, you walk into the house, you make coffee, you sit at the kitchen table. The report is still on your phone. You read it again. It was something. It wasn't enough, but it was something. One night you wake up at 3 a.m. and the house is completely silent. You get up and walk the hallways, the lights are on a sensor system. They click on ahead of you and off behind you as you move. You are the only thing in this house that is not automated. You go outside. The grass is cold under your feet. You walk to the middle of the lawn. The sky is the same sky you used to look at from the balcony of your old apartment. Same stars, same depth, same silence. You used to stand out there when the rent was late and just stare at it and not care. The rent doesn't exist anymore. The balcony doesn't exist anymore. The stars haven't moved. Everything underneath them has. You stand on the lawn until the cold gets into your bones, and then you go inside. You go back to bed. You lie there. The ceiling is very white. There is no moment where it gets bad enough to point to. That's the thing nobody tells you. You thought if something ever went wrong, it would have a shape, a reason, something you could fix. But this isn't something going wrong. It's something quieter and harder to name. It's the feeling of standing at the edge of everything you ever wanted and realizing the wanting was the thing keeping you warm. You think about the version of yourself from 2 years ago. The one who bought 2 tickets every Thursday. The one who had a list. A trip to Portugal saved up for over 3 years. A used truck with low miles. A month where the credit card balance finally hit 0. A dinner at the restaurant downtown you'd looked at online a dozen times but never gone to. Small things. Things with edges. Things that made Tuesday feel like it was leading somewhere. There is no Tuesday anymore. There is no leading somewhere. There is only arrived. And it turns out arrived is a very quiet place to live. Your mother calls on Sunday mornings. She sounds the same as she always does. Asks if you're eating enough. Tells you about her garden. For 10 minutes every Sunday, your shoulders drop and you almost forget. Then the call ends. You set your phone on the counter. The foundation is doing good work. The lawsuit is settled. The accounts are managed. Everything is fine. Everything will always be fine. You reach into your pocket out of habit. You pull out your phone. You open the lottery app. You stare at it for a moment. Then you close it. Then you open it again. You buy 2 tickets. $6. Same as always. You don't know what you're hoping for. You just know that for 1 second, sitting there with 2 tickets on your screen, the future feels uncertain again. Like anything could happen. Like a number could change everything. Like you're just a person with a phone and a small, quiet hope. And for 1 second, that feels like enough. $317 million. Everything you spent your whole life wanting. Everything you never knew you'd miss.